everybody, welcome to BrickVault. My name's Jack. Today I'm unboxing or unbagging all of the different minifigure Series 16 guys. There's some really cool figs here, and I've had these guys actually for a while, and I just haven't gotten around to opening them up. So let's check out what each of these figs looks like, and we'll add it to the collection. All right, let's start. All right, here we've got the 16 figs of Collectible Minifigure Series 16. They're definitely a wacky looking bunch when you see them all together like this, as are all of the Collectible Minifigure Series. So let's just jump in individually, check out these guys, and see what is going on. So the first minifig I'm looking at right here is Elsa, or the Ice Queen. A lot of nice detailing on the front of the body there, showing some jagged and zigzag design that's mostly reflective. I think it matches up particularly well with the printing on the arms, and she has this great reflective bit of cloth, both for the cape and the collar that comes up around her neck. I don't know what you call that, sequins or something? I think it looks great though, and of course she comes with an ice crown, as well as these attachment pieces that look like she's sort of shooting her ice powers out of her hands. Moving on, we've got the Arabian Night. Once again, great printing on the arms. It shows some gauntlets there. He's got the dual molded legs with printing on the toes that shows that he could have those pointy little feet. But some of the best detailing is for sure that strap that goes around his chest. The turban is a very unique mold, and it looks great in that dark green color, and he's got one massive saber. Really cool fig. Next up is George Michael, or sorry, the banana stand guy, or just the banana guy. He's a pretty simple fig, really. He's got a nice sort of sunglass smile with an extra added touch of dual molded arms, and the thing that really makes him stand out is the special banana costume mold. Easily one of the most unique molds to date within LEGO, and I have a feeling he's probably one of the more popular or sought after minifigs in this collection. Now we're moving on to the $1 Million Baby, or just the Boxer. She arguably has some of the best overall detailing I think out of any of the minifigs from this series. Not only does she have dual molded legs, but printing that goes all the way around to show that she's wearing those boxer shorts, and it also goes down to show the laced up boots. Her hands are also very unique. She is wearing boxer glove hands, and a very detailed print to show what is a relatively simple jersey. She also comes with 2 head molds, plus 2 expressions. She has long hair, that's a hairpiece we've seen plenty of times before, and a special mold to show her boxing headgear. That is an excellent mold that shows the head protection gear there, and I appreciate that it also comes with this little cylinder piece so you can have it next to her on her display stand. It's a nice touch, and we're gonna move on over to the Cyborg, also a female minifigure that definitely comes with an extremely unique hairpiece. That is probably the coolest part about this fig in my opinion, but other than that and the kind of awesome print for her face, not much really impresses me here. We've seen this mold for the armor, and the printing on the body doesn't match up particularly well with that blue groin piece used in the middle. I'm not gonna say it is a bad fig, but the overall design certainly does not flow nearly as well as some of the others. For example, the kid in the devil costume here totally matches really well. I think the best part about him is that devil tail that goes between the legs and the torso piece. Surprised we didn't see this end up on any of the Nexo Knight figures, but that's just me. This printing for his torso piece is extremely simple, but matches up well for the character. A little devil mask or helmet that goes on his head, a ridiculous expression on his face. It honestly reminds me of that one dog that you always see on Instagram, and he comes with a great piece for a bucket of candy, or a bucket to put candy in, and a little trident. Awesome figure. Everything about the detailing totally works. The same goes for this guy, though I gotta say he is a bit of a strange fig to have. This is the Spooky Boy, or emo vampire kid. I don't know exactly what you call him, but you can see that the detailing is meant to portray a very sort of particular kind of person, and I think they got it really well. He's got the striped long sleeve underneath his t-shirt, a chain that presumably goes to his wallet, but I like that the printing also matches up on the side of the leg there. He does have dual molded legs, what looks like combat boots, and just a regular minifigure head skull on his t-shirt, though I wouldn't be surprised if that is a Jack Skellington skull from The Nightmare Before Christmas. This could almost be like a Hot Topic advertisement. Interestingly enough, he does have a vampire tooth sticking out from his face, so he could indeed actually be some sort of supernatural vampire kid, and his accessories include a spider, as well as this book with the printing on the front that says Spooky Tales. There's a lot going on with this figure in terms of what his exact exact identity might be, but on a purely aesthetic level, all the detailing matches very, very well. Now this next guy is absolutely my favorite minifig. I've been looking forward to getting him for a really long time. And not only is he my favorite of this collection, but he might actually be my new favorite minifig of all time. I think he's technically known as the Hiker, but this whole backpacking getup just kind of brings me back to the days when I used to do a lot of this kind of stuff. And the detailing is just pretty excellent. You can see he is wearing khaki cargo pants with some high hiking boots. No detailing required on the bottom parts there, but you can see the print on his chest shows he's wearing a zipper hoodie sweatshirt, and he's got straps around the shoulders as well as that extra strap around the hips. And he comes with this brand new mold of not only showing his backpack, but a roll-out mat on the top. Excellent mold here. I even had a roll-out mat that was the exact same color, and his accessories include a very well printed Greeble trail topographic map. So you can see he's doing some sort of outdoor hiking excursion, probably in some kind of national park, and he comes with a trans tile piece with the printing of a compass. He's got two excellent prints on his face, and he's just awesome. Totally not biased. I'm totally biased. Let's move on to the next guy. And by guy, I mean gal. This is the wildlife photographer. This is another minifig with detailing that just looks great. She's got the dual molded arms and the dual molded legs. It really pulls the look together considering there's no printing there, and she only has printing on the torso piece. That being said, there is a lot of stuff going on there. There shows a lot of pockets and buttons and zippers, and she comes with two expressions, one with goggles, and the other one looks like a winky face, but remember, she is a wildlife photographer, and if you're holding the camera up to her, then yeah, it looks like she's taking a picture. She also comes with a penguin. That, along with the Arctic gear she's wearing, gives you a pretty good idea as to where she might be shooting. Now this next guy, the pirate, I've got slightly mixed feelings about, because A, he looks excellent, the dual molded legs look great. I do wish that the printing on the legs there was yellow at the bottom to look like the rags were torn up. You can't really tell that they are with the black outlining, but the torso looks great. The map piece and sword fit very well, as well as the expression. I am just torn though. I'm not a big fan of the bald minifigure hairpiece. I like the bandana that goes around the top, but being an adult fan of Lego, this is just one of the pieces that I feel like is just a little unnecessary. I always just imagine a minifigure is bald if he doesn't have a hairpiece on. But anyways, that's just my personal gripe. Let's check out Happy Feet. I mean, the kid in the penguin costume. We've seen these fin pieces used before as arms with the guy in the shark costume. And of course, he's got a brand new mold that makes up the face for the penguin face for the mask. Everything about this minifigure is relatively simple. I do like the extra detailing of the toes printed on the bottom there. And an added plus is that the child does come with these two ice skate pieces, though I do wish there was a place to put them on your stand if you wanted to display this kid. He doesn't fit into the minifigure stand and you don't have a place to put him, so if he's purely for display, you might end up just having these ice skates put into your spare parts bucket. I'm not sure. Now this next guy looks like the most intimidating of the minifigs in my opinion. This is the Forest Rogue, and he just looks like a bunch of different video game characters really. The variety of dark green and brown is broken up very well across the whole fig here. He's got brown boots as well as the vest that goes across, a single brown glove, and both his quill and bow and arrow match. Probably one of the nicest bits of detailing though is that red sash or that red shoulder cloth that goes around also matches up with one of his dual molded red arms. The color isn't exact, but it makes the minifigure feel just a bit more complete. Awesome fig, and here's sort of the more modern equivalent, I suppose, of the same kind of guy. This is the operative or the spy, and we have gotten several spy figs before, but this is probably the coolest one. The detailing shows knee pads, pockets, as well as a bunch of different utility belts, and what I'm gonna guess is maybe a turtleneck underneath the suit. There's just a tiny print on one of the arms that shows a special kind of spy watch, but I think the coolest part about this guy are his accessories. The hairpiece that matches up with his crazy spy goggles looks super good, and I like that you can just take the goggles off and the hairpiece functions really well on its own. Also, he's got a tied up rope piece that's a bit rubbery, and they gave him just a standard black pistol piece that doesn't need to be any different than what it is. He's got a nice little backpack on the back for maybe jumping out of a plane. It looks like it could be a parachute or just a utility pack with other gadgets on the inside. Usually I'm not a fan of the spy minifigures. I always think their detailing never matches up that well, but this guy looks awesome. Now, this is probably one of the most unique figs, and I know a lot of people were looking forward to her when they saw the minifigure Series 16 come out, and we have the babysitter in front of us. This features the second version of the pretty new baby fig that came out recently. He's got a tiny little print for a elephant on his bib, but my favorite part about this setup here is the print for the babysitter herself. I'm not entirely sure, but I think that is a pug with glasses, which pretty much makes this the best torso print on the planet. It matches up well with the dual molded arms. She does come with a baby bottle piece, and the pigtails hairpiece definitely separates her apart from what you might consider to be a mom figure holding her baby, and you can definitely tell it is a babysitter. Now let's move on to the Best in Show guy, or I think his official name is Dog Show Champion. He's got the blue ribbon for #1 on his shirt, so you know he is the winner, and the dog biscuit sticking out of his pocket is an excellent little touch. There's a little terrier print on his trophy. I like that mold for his blonde hair that kind of sweeps back. That's not a very common mold at all. Maybe this is the only one, I'm not sure. But he also comes with his Best Dog Champion. It looks just like the print actually on the trophy, which is kind of cool. But if we were ever to do a Tintin custom mock, this would definitely serve well to be Snowy. Okay, last but not least at all, this is El Mariachi, or the Mariachi player. I'm not sure which is the best accessory, the sombrero that he gets on his head, or the acoustic guitar that he holds. Both match up with the figure extremely well, with the embroidered detailing on both the torso piece and the sides of the legs. A really cool guy, and I can definitely see the advantage of having multiple versions of this minifig together to make a small little mariachi band. Now here are the 16 minifigs one more time. In general, I'm a big fan of the collectible minifigures, and this series doesn't seem to be lacking in any way, shape, or form. The detailing is great, the ideas are great, and by far I think that hiker minifigure is just the best, but that is 100% my biased opinion. But yeah, here's the whole collectible minifigure Series 16, and let me know which one you think is your favorite. Alright, that is it for this episode, everyone. Thanks a lot for watching. If you enjoy our content, you can always like or subscribe, and if you want to see any other collection videos in the future, let us know in the comments section below what you want to see, and we will see you next time at BrickVault.